Got my heater on, not because I need it, but because I had a roof leak and I need to dry out my shop a little bit. Now look at this. Red, black, beautiful flint ridge. Seam right there, seam right there. Some weirdness there. Seams all over the back. We're going to see if we can get anything. We're not going to get no 4-inch point, whatever out of this. It's all knobbly right on there. But we're going to see if we can get anything. Sometimes you don't. The guys in the opal trade, they buy a rock and they hope they get something out of it. If that flake didn't break up, that'd be good, but that is a good little bird point flake right there. Nice color. Put that in my keeper bin. And if I can stay with this, I'll get a piece that long. I might sell it. I might not. Because a lot of times this is something to deal with. This is not, that wonderful obsidian and Georgetown stuff. This is that didn't go, so I'm not trying it again. Oh, we gotta figure out a way to get this mess off. This is actually our good side. This is all yuck, so we're gonna try a big blast. Didn't work so good. Now to me, I got that bird point. I'm a winner. Most people, not so much. Let's see, I cleared that off. The problem with this black and red is it cooks a lot faster than normal stuff. And I didn't really know it was black and red until I cooked it. So there's difficulties. The black is really brittle and the red is really glassy. Looky there. This piece is all so, but sometimes, you know what they say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. So if I get this into a 4-inch long biface, I might have to make a knife out of it. But I think it's going to crack right there. If I get thin, it'll crack right there. See, the black is really brittle. But the good news looks like I don't see that crack on this side. So you never know when you look at an ugly piece of flint what you might find. I don't really like hitting on the ends, especially when it's this brittle stuff. Get my leg pad, my good old welding glove, because I want to do a nice little bop right here. See, I can do direct percussion too. I just haven't done it for a long time. See, if them flakes, if it was cooked a little bit less, that flake would hold together and it would be a nice point. But you see, it's flaking pretty good, surprisingly well. Must be because it was my birthday yesterday. Or because I'm not really thinning yet. Now I got a low. I'm gonna remember, every flake doesn't have to be change the world flake. Got problems right there. And I can see right there. So, we'll see. Let's see. I think I'm going to go for this. Just see what happens. I might go to the lighter one so I do less damage. See, if I can get all this junky back off, it'll be a decent piece. It's already broke. I can see a crack right there. Can you hear that? Bird point. Now, see that? That's a good side. This is all junk. We just gotta manage to get rid of it. And on that note, we go to our old buddy, the Indirect. Clear that stuff right off. And it showed me there's a crack in there. It's kind of healed. Now this piece was in my junk bin because you saw how it looked. So if I don't get anything, I still got a couple bird points. I got some iron right there. It's not wanting to flake. And I can see there's a lateral seam that goes right like that. This is gonna be tough. Tough sell. I can't believe the Indirect won't even flake that. Well, when the Indirect doesn't work, I go to my buddy a lot of times. Yeah, he did it, but Like I say, see that seam goes right there? Sometimes you just gotta realize the cards are stacked against you. Probably wasn't the best way to do that. This is being surprisingly tough for what I think of as being overcooked. Ooh, we got it. We got a lot of, you can see it's all yucky because it's all seams. I just got to get to this clean spot without ruining it. I mean, and if it doesn't work, I mean, the flint was, in this case, not really any good to begin with. There's no, nothing lost. And you got to remember, just a rock. But you see, I'm making it past. I'm making it past all that junky stuff. And now I'm getting good flakes again. The old zigzag. I hate the zigzag. But like pressure flaking, you gotta do it. Now you can see it's almost clean. We're gonna take this we're gonna make a point out of this, hopefully. Hope I didn't jinx myself by saying that. I think needs a little work. Still a little bit rough on this side. So I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm just trying not to be a zero. I mean, honestly, it looks like my point's only going to be that red anyways. Unless I do something like this. And this will just end up breaking off. So I'm going to try and finagle it first. Ooh, tough, tough, tough. See, now that one on the end would have cleaned all this off, except there's a seam right there, and it ran up the seam and ran out. Tough, tough, tough. There we go. Oh, that's why that red's not... I'm like, the red usually flakes better. It's got black under it. Just gonna zigzag. Try and get rid of these rough shapes. See, that one flake from the tip, it took a bit of the tip, but it gave me a platform to get all of this. And then I can do one little flake this way and probably get the rest. Or split it because of the seam. Now, that's a preform for a bird, you know, a regular arrowhead. And ready to, you know, do some pressure flaking now to get it good and smooth. Glasses. Made 5 videos tonight, and it's really going to be crazy. All I'm doing now is trying to not break it. And when I'm trying to not break a point, it actually makes me feel more in touch with the old guys. Especially in my area. I've seen a lot of points that come from my area. They don't have that big Texas rock and everything. And all them big fancy Adinas was, you know, 10,000 years ago when there was big fancy flint to pick from over there. You know, I guess if you've got access to the right place, you can still get some decent flint. If I can get this all smoothed out, then I can come back with the indirect and do a little more thinning, because I actually like the side that was the difficult side more than the not difficult side. And it's weird how some stuff won't do the percussion thing, but it'll pressure flake pretty easy. Now, look at my edge. I've got this big laying down spot. This is going to be my tip. This is going to be my width. So I got a good bit to work with to get rid of here. And do some thinning, hopefully at the same time. Nice. See, a little bit of pressure flaking. That low hump is gone. Now I've got a high hump right here. And instead of, turning that edge, I can abrade it a little bit. Maybe hit this one spot. Ooh. Nice, see that? Nice flake came out of there. So, it's not a giant point. But see, now that I took that one, I got one right beside it, and it went broad, gave me a nice big flake score. See there? The bad side is getting pretty nice. And for me, I'm thin enough. So now it's just blending. Some little flakes. I'm not abrading this a lot because I do not want to make this very strong. It's brittle and it has seams, and it will let you know that you messed up. That's not bad. That's, that piece was 4 inches. This is 2. So it's not bad for a piece of flint that I threw away. And then I still have its other half. do some judicial flaking. Nice. This is the part I really don't like. The back and forth pressure flaking. I think I'm done with the indirect because I'm about a 1/4 inch thick, 2 inches wide. What is that? 8-to-1? Inch and maybe 1.75 inches wide, 1/4 inch thick, 7-to-1. No steps on there. Now you see this edge is a little thick, so it's going to be a little bit of a problem. We're going to do some short flake, long flake. See there? Short flake, long flake ran up that ridge. Then I come down over the next spot on the ridge, make a short flake, get on there. Oh, got a little seam. It's going to give me troubles. So we'll go the other way. Make it up, blew part of the tip off because there was a seam there, which we all knew. Now I got a little thing there, so I'm going to grab a hold of that and use that to thin. Okay. Got to get rid of this junk. Let me see how my little springy guy does. He shoots them. You got to make one of these. Long 20 common nail with a long handle so you can get some leverage. A really pointy point. Oh, if you can feel how sharp that is. Got my heater on to dry the shop out, and it's about to dry me out. You can see them things zinging. All right, that's 30 minutes. I'm going to call it. I might give this away, you know. Might finish it tomorrow, but I got a lot of work to do in the next couple days. And I made like 5 videos tonight. A preform, cleaned up out of a piece of flint I pulled out of my garbage pile. Have a good night.